How are we doing, guys? Just a bit of food for thought. I was thinking about something the other day. I've been watching a little bit of that I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of it. I'm a celebrity, get me out of it. I'm not scared. There's a guy on there. See that nice bloke? His thing's off the radio. I forget his name now. Doesn't really matter. And there was a point where he was. I think this was a few days ago, last week. Don't know. I'm watching it a bit, bits and bobs every now and again. And he was in doing some snake challenge thing, and he's under the ground. He's in this enclosed environment. There's loads of lights in there, and loads of poor little harmless defenceless snakes come in there, and he's probably squashing quite a few of them. And he's like, scared. But what I'm getting at with that apart from saying poor snakes, is it a good idea? Because he disassociates himself. Lots of people do this. Probably a massive amount of the general public will do this. If you're put into a situation that you're not happy with and you feel scared about, is it a good idea to disassociate yourself from that problem, that environment, that situation? Because how are you supposed to grow from it? How are you supposed to grow from that situation? I was driving last night, I was thinking, yeah, that's interesting. That. So, I get why people do it. Of course, I understand that, to the level that I need to understand it. But my take on it is, if you're, because he's going on about this football club and his happy place, and is so much disassociated from what's actually going on, because it freaks him out so bad that he's actually he's struggling to carry out the tasks what he should be doing, and he's in an environment where he's safe. He's safe. Yeah, it's scary. He's holding weird stuff and slimy things and eating strange things, and I know it's not a pleasant experience. But if you keep disassociating yourself from them, how do you grow from it? And on about a lot main fears, like people scared of heights. A lot of people are scared of heights. The reason you're scared of heights, I'm not great with heights, but I've managed to throw myself out of aeroplanes on many occasions, and abseiling and climbing, blah 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 blah. Putting yourself in that situation, and I've been very present while I've been doing it as well. And that can make it a bit more intense, but it helps you overcome your interpretation of the fear. Why can some people throw themselves out of airplanes thousands of times, and one person can't climb down a wall? You're like, are you joking me? You're having my eyes out. So we're all biologically extremely similar. So all that's changed is your story that you're telling yourself about that situation. So sometimes you've got to get a grip and you've got to be very stoical and hard with yourself sometimes if you want to grow through a situation. Because imagine how much more that dude could grow as a person. Because he said, oh my God, I can't believe I've done it. You're like, yeah, you've done it, mate. But you weren't really in that moment enough. I'm sure some people are like that. Shut up, Dave, what are you talking about? He's done it, right? Leave him alone. Stop being like that. It's not fair. But just hear me out. What I'm saying is, if he could be totally in that moment and start going, get the snakes going, and start licking it. I'm just talking rubbish now. But if you can be in that moment and be very aware of the situation you're in and the thing what you're about to take on board, the challenge that you're about to face, and this is for all of us in our lives. We go through these challenging situations, don't we? But it's only our interpretation of that event. I say to some other people, they're like, why are you scared of that, mate? Man up, get on with it. And other people are like, oh my God, it's horrendous. So being in the moment, and this is a question, please interact with me on this, because is it a good idea to put yourself, you're going in a situation anyway, is it a good idea to immerse yourself in that situation to grow more as a person, so you can put your hand on your heart when you come out, because you're doing it anyway. It's happening whether you like it or not. So if you can go in there strong, with a strong mind, a stoical attitude, and go, you know what, bring it on. I'm absolutely petrified, but I'm here. Bring it to me, whatever it may be. Bring it on. Or is it a good idea to go, Burnley Football Club, and start running around and like slapping snakes around the head and go, trying to get stars out of locks or whatever they do? Is that a good idea? I don't think it is. But that's just me. But I can be quite hard sometimes in the way that I think. But it works for me. It keeps me strong. It keeps me stoical. It keeps me accountable. I am by far not perfect. I didn't word that right, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so question, is it a good idea to start freaking out because you're in a situation, whether you like it or not, you're in there? Or is it a good idea to go in there with your hand on your heart and say, I am absolutely petrified, but I'm here now, some deep breaths, and be in the moment. Don't disassociate yourself with it, be in that moment and embrace it and grow from it as a person. Remember it all. Remember the smells, the sights, the feelings, what's going on in your body. And then learn and move forward from that for the next time you do it. And then keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Watched a film a little while back called Free Solo. Don't know if anyone's seen it. I'm sure many people have seen it, especially if you're into your climbing and that. Jesus Christ, man. The guy who's it's called El Capitan in the, where is it now? Yellowstone, is it? Yellowstone Park, National Park. And it's it's just like a sheer slab, this cliff face. It's amazing. And he basically climbs it solo without any ropes or anything. And but his mind is, I think he's a little bit attacked, to be honest. But he's just hardcore. The way his mind is, he's like, I can't afford to be scared. I cannot afford to be, when I'm, a couple of thousand feet up, clinging on with my tongue and my eyelids, like got one finger in it, and it's flat. To me, it looks like a bit of glass. I'm like, how is like a gecko? How's he doing that? And he's like clinched in. He's got all these weird finger actions and that open and get up the wall. It's taking him a few hours to get up there. And he's an absolute machine. He's like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared one bit. I know. The thing is, you do any climbing, you get to 10, 15 metres, you fall, you're pretty much dead. It's like, it's a no-brainer. You're hitting the deck at a rate of, especially if there's rocks in that, you're going to be in a hurt locker or dead. So this dude is very aware of that. And he was saying in the programme, he's saying he's lost quite a few friends over the years through free soloing. Because it's like the ultimate, for climbing, it's one of them ultimate rush kind of things, isn't it? It's taking stuff to the extreme to get that high, to get that feeling. And I don't know what he's doing with himself now. He's probably, absolutely threaders because he's done one of the hardest climbs in the world. But like, so doing that, if you keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, then the fear is like, I know if I die, I die, but I can't waste all this energy being scared. Because it's like, if anyone's been doing any boxing or whatever you're doing, or you're in a situation where, I'll talk about violence, but if you've been in a violent situation, it's scary. It gets all the adrenaline starts to go. But it's like, as Bruce Lee said, that's not something that you need to work against you. It's it's your body getting ready for violence. It's getting ready. All your adrenaline's pumping around your body. It's making your muscles, your brain, everything, your vision, your whole body is getting ready for that fight. It's not a flight situation. You're fighting. And it's the same as if you were going to run, if you were flighting from that situation, if you had a lion chasing you, you would run the fastest 100 metres you've ever run in your life. It'd still scran you, but you'd still give Usain Bolt a run for his money, I reckon. But then you're going to get eaten anyway, so you may as well just let it chomp on you. So put yourself in situations. Don't be scared of situations too much. Don't let it override you. Be stoical. Say, why can some people do this and then I'm petrified of it. Public speaking's a good one as well. It's in my job we have to do quite a bit of that. I can remember being absolutely petrified of that as a young Marine. It used to frighten the hell out of me. Put me in front of a few lads and I can have a bit of banter and that. So I'm quite brave like that. Well, I was quite brave like that. Still am. It takes ages and ages and ages. Well, it did for me to get up front and to be able to give presentations and lectures and stuff like that. And now I love it. Get me out there. I feel that buzz, but it's a nice buzz. It's not going against me. It's heightening my awareness and seeing what the audience is doing, etc. Anyway, I like to waffle, don't I? Have a fantastic day. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think we should do? How do you think we should be? Do you think we should disassociate ourselves from situations and not overly grow from them? We still grow a little bit, but only a little bit. Or do you think you should fully immerse yourself into scary situations and bring it on? Come on, what can you do? What can you do to me? There you go. So have a great day, great evening, whatever you're doing. And I'm very hairy. I do need a haircut. I'd like to grow a bit of facial hair. Shame. Anyway, I'm just waffling rubbish. See you later, guys. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.